So on the latest list of jobs to do on this car, crankshaft pulleys come off. That's what's left of it. I did know it was going to need doing, to be honest. Just didn't anticipate it to be so soon. They go around about 100k, so this was the final side of this engine that needed sort of refreshing anyway. So I was going to change everything on this side. So yeah, a little bit premature to what I wanted to do, but it's there nevertheless. So how it happened, I drove the car literally fine, went to the gym, come out of the gym, started it up, and I started hearing the squeaking sound like you would with a kind of a loose drive belt. Took a look down there because I did suspect that straight away, and this pulley was just wobbling. And then in the time it took me to get from putting the bonnet down back to the driver's seat of my car to turn the car off, this wobbled and literally just came off. So yeah, I turned the car off anyway, managed to take the pulley out, and I'm gonna dismantle it all now, because I mean, if you can see, this belt is only just starting to fray. I may well change it once I take it off. I'm gonna see how bad it is, and I'm just gonna try and figure out exactly what it needs. Apart from that, what we need to do is I've taken this bit off, the air intake. I'm gonna take the radiator fan off if I can, and then I'm gonna see if I can get away with just that to give me enough space. There should be four bolts on the pulley itself holding that in, and that should let us take it off. The belt's still on there luckily, because it slipped onto the back of the pulley, so that worked out quite nicely. But yeah, let's take a look and getting this done. Well, I half expected that to be a bit more difficult, but the radiator fan's already out. So this plug comes off, it's literally just over there on the radiator. Sorry, I got a bit of background noise. There's a T27 Torx bit that goes in just over here. And then the final thing, there's a little clip in here, which I'll show you here. So this is one of the guides. That's where the T27 goes in. This is the guide just below, and then this is sort of clipped in, and you just gotta push it and it comes out, and it's literally just that. The radiator fan slides right out. There you go, you can see the damage there now. So the pulley on the inside is just literally just ripped right off. We want to get these 4 reverse Torx off, and then once those are loose, then I'll loosen the tension on the belt from this tensioner here, and we'll be able to take that off. So I've gone ahead and put a E12 socket on. So there's reverse Torx on that pulley. There's not enough tension with the belt on as well, which I half expected, to be honest. It was just me being a little bit lazy, which I'm still going to do. Kind of trying to do this without having to lift the car up. And now as part of that, I've found a cheeky little 24mm nut in there. It's a 24mm, but the socket I've got on there is a little bit loose still. If I'll show you. So a 24mm socket does go on there, but it doesn't sit on there quite flush. So I don't know if it's meant to be a shallow socket or something. Nevertheless, what I'm going to do on there, hold that in place, and then see if I can use that to create enough tension to be able to loosen up the Torx bolts. I don't want to put too much on there because you might end up messing the nut up on the alternator. What I'm going to do is put this tissue on there, just kind of keep it secure, and then put the socket on like that and see how that works in terms of loosening it up. Cool. look at that. Come right off. There we go. Let's loosen it up. And that's working. Yes. You should just be able to get them off now. Okay, so we've got these 4 crank bolts off, crank pulley bolts off, they're all off. I ended up sticking a wall gripper in, as you've seen. I put it over here and just held the belt next to this bit of the pulley over here to keep it on. And that created enough tension, because I got one bolt off without doing that, but then it was just, the rest of it was just slipping, so yeah, that wasn't helping. The belt is a little bit loose, to be honest. Might be worth changing it, but to be honest, it's really easy working on this car. Put one bolt out, one Torx bit out for the radiator, and that slid off, and I've got all this room. So I'll leave that belt on there for now, and if I need to change it later on, I'll just do the same thing. I'll take the radiator fan and I'll take the belt out then. For now, the next thing we need to do is loosen up the belt and then check for sort of any noise or anything coming from these the bearings basically here. So this tensioner and this idler pulley. So what we're going to do is, well, to take the belt off, you've got to remove this tensioner over here. So you have to do it sort of clockwise, and then you can see that's nice, and that lets you take the tension off the belt, hence why it's called a tensioner. And then you just slowly let it come back. And now this belt's off. Just remember, it's good to take a picture of how it's routed on. I've obviously got this video to look back to. So at the moment it's coming around. It's coming from the alternator, both sides of the alternator. One side comes on to, I believe this is the AC compressor. Comes to the left of the AC compressor, comes down, and then around to the right of this idler pulley, underneath the crank, and then onto here. Yes. I guess I'll have to figure the rest out afterwards. Just looking down here. Tensioner is not making any noise at all. That's spinning quite freely as well. Might not change these. Let's see. Right, so a few days later, we've got these. I've ordered this pulley here, bloody heavy. £200 off of eBay, 2-year warranty as well. Not bad. Should fit, I hope. I'm going to check it in a second. Once I've checked it, then we'll put it back on. I've also actually ordered as well this. So this is like meant to be a cap. It sits on the front over here. So you've got these 2 little groove things. Mine didn't have this already. It was only like £4, and my OCD told me I needed it. So that's going in there. And this I had to get separately. The people who I bought the pulley from, they didn't have it, so they didn't supply these bolts. So I've just put new bolts on there. In terms of putting this back on, it's just basically going to be a reverse of what we've already done to take it off.
And there's one more thing which I didn't realize actually.
You've got the seal over here, crank seal. So normally I would have changed that, but I haven't got it now, and
I need to get the car back on the road. Plus it's not too tough a job if I do need to do it again. So the first thing I want to check is just this over here. The amount of teeth we've got: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. Fantastic. Okay. I mean, I'm quite confident. I did check with the supplier before I got it to make sure that it would be correct. Yeah, it looks about right. Yeah, so I've just put the old pulley on the back as well. I put the bolts through it and they all line up. I'm quite satisfied this is going to be correct. Just need to get it on. Right then, so all running good and well. All boxed up, back together. No issues. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I've done a good spirited drive on this as well, and held up fine. Probably will check at some point if any cracks or anything is there, but so far so good. Yeah, nothing more to add really. As far as these kind of jobs go, though, it's a very, very straightforward, simple job to do, so to speak. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that overall. Yeah, perfect. Thanks for watching.